everyday person every day. Where to find out about eating better, feeling better, and living your best life.
Hi, our names are Belinda, Karen,
Laura,
and Stephanie. Today we are going to share with you an amazing initiative business idea that has the potential to change lives.
Meet Danielle, a 35-year-old single mum of two who works in aged care and is often too tired to cook meals from scratch. She also has a strict budget when shopping, so tends to always buy the same food. Lately, she has been wondering if her current diet is making her feel tired, bloated, and run down. After talking to some friends, Danielle attempts to follow a gluten-free diet like her friend Ashley. Ashley started following the diet after advice from a fitness influencer she follows. She says she now has heaps of energy and feels a lot less bloated after avoiding gluten. This convinces Danielle to give the diet a try. After following the diet for 3 weeks, Danielle gives up. Her grocery bills have been more expensive and she doesn't feel any better. She also misses eating her favourite food. Feeling confused, Danielle looks for dietary information online. She finds conflicting results. Some say the paleo diet will fix all her problems. Others say a raw vegan diet is the way to go. Overwhelmed, Danielle considers visiting a nutritionist as she feels she just can't do this alone and is confused by all the different diets. After doing some research, Danielle again feels overwhelmed and defeated. All the nutritionists in her city are way too expensive and they're all over an hour's drive away. Maybe I'll try a dietitian instead, Danielle says. So she visits her GP and asks for a referral. Unfortunately, the waiting list to see a dietitian on the public system is 6 months, and Danielle doesn't have private health insurance and doesn't want to pay out of pocket since her budget is so tight. Feeling discouraged, she gives up on the idea of changing her diet as it just seems impossible. Now, what if there was a way to help Danielle?
Design thinking is a methodology that allows complex problems to be solved in an innovative, creative, human-centered way that focuses on empathy. To understand the customer, it is essential to empathize with the people the everyday person, everyday app will be designed for. Just like Danielle, many people struggle every day with fatigue, bloating, mood fluctuations, and concentration, mainly from consuming a poor diet. Many people feel the pressure to maintain a healthy lifestyle, with this being the 4th common cause of stress in Australia in 2019. Current research identifies that consumers are actively seeking ways to help them in eating healthier, whatever their goal may be. They want a simple, time-saving and money-saving long-term solution. From 2011 to 2012, more than 2.3 million Australians were dieting for weight loss or other health reasons. Many of these are fad diets, and although they may work at first, fad diets are difficult to maintain in the long term, and people tend to put the weight back on shortly after. Successful weight loss and eating for good health comes down to changing eating behaviour in the long term. So how do consumers source nutrition and healthy eating information? Many people look to apps and social media as solutions. There are currently 350,000 apps in health, fitness, and medical categories. From an online survey in 2018, 47% of respondents used a health app. While trusting their general practitioners the most, people still do their own research and use other sources for information.
What is currently in the market and what's missing that our business idea can fill? Current competitor apps out there such as Weight Watchers, Kick or Keep It Cleaner, 28 by Sam Wood, JS Health and MyFitnessPal are just to name a few. The main thing that these apps all have in common is that they target in some way diets. They cover recipes, programs and meal planning, with the Kick and 28 by Sam Wood covering exercise as well. However, what they all seem to lack and miss is simplicity. Simplicity in the fact that not everyone has easy access to root flour, coconut oil, or other not so common ingredients. What happened to eating healthy, simple meals that you can make with the ingredients in your pantry? Our hypothesis is the easy access to support and easy to follow recipes are a need from the customer. For example, JS Health only provides the information for their 8-week program 1 week at a time. What about those that need a plan ahead, shop ahead? That yet again is an area of simplicity that we have found that we can fill in the product of a diet-based app. Providing simplicity of the bare minimums that the customer is after is the gap we intend to fill. Kick and 28 by Sam Wood also target exercise in their apps. What if the customer doesn't want exercise, they just want diet-related content? It is believed people don't want to feel that they are paying for unnecessary products. So again, creating a simple yet effective diet-based app is needed.
From empathizing with customers and understanding the market environment, the problem can be defined. The problem is the lack of simple and credible information and support for people who just want to improve and maintain healthy eating behaviours. The problem has been defined by discovering that two main issues reflected in the market. The first being that online nutrition information in Australia is conflicting and confusing. And the second being that many apps for healthy eating and weight loss do not prioritise valuable nutrition, with many of them being focused on either fitness or calorie counting. Much of the information online and on mobile apps conflict with each other and with government standards for healthy eating. This results in frustration for many people and leads to two types of customers. The first being those that give up on their nutrition and eating behaviours altogether, and the second being people who actively search for nutrition information without awareness of the credibility. People turn to mobile apps for assistance and support, but many of these do not fulfill customer needs. A study on food app usage found that customers want an app that is affordable, time-saving, caters to their busy lifestyle, and is maintainable, while also increasing awareness of healthy, balanced eating.
The solution? The everyday person, everyday app, an affordable, time-saving app built on credible research. The app will aim to bring simplified and credible nutritional information to customers and will allow them to access this information anywhere, anytime, from the palm of their hand. Unlike many competitor services, our product will be streamlined and prioritise nutrition instead of leaving it as an afterthought. The app will offer recipes and meal plans and nutrition education based on the Australian Dietary Guidelines, assembled by a team of qualified nutrition professionals and qualified chefs to bring customers information based on research, not fad diets. This will enable the user to live a healthier life and improve their diet in a way that is sustainable over the long term without focusing on strict calorie counting or the number on the scale. Instead, the app will focus on easy and practical ways to make healthier dietary choices without the need to purchase expensive and obscure ingredients or spend hours in the kitchen. On a broader scale, Everyday Person Every Day will also encourage sustainable values by providing societal benefits relating to health in the community. By empowering customers with the tools to take their health into their own hands by improving their diet, the app will promote improved health outcomes at an individual level. Through connecting customers with other users and allowing them to share their health journey through the app's social media pages, Everyday Person Every Day will additionally foster a wider sense of community through social engagement, generating a shared sense of purpose for users, which in turn will encourage them to follow through with their health journey.
To minimise cost and risk and to allow the business idea to have the highest chance of success, the founding team proposed to work within the lean startup and design thinking methodologies. The lean startup concept, developed by serial entrepreneur Eric Rees, focuses efforts on understanding the customer's wants and needs, in contrast from the conventional business development processes that rely on market assumptions and lead to 9 out of 10 startups failing. Key to the lean startup methodology is the build, measure, learn cycle, which emphasises the importance of building a prototype of the business model to test in the market and using these tests to gather measurable feedback and learning from this feedback to support decisions whether to persevere, adjust, or pivot the business idea to meet the needs and wants of the customers before returning to building a further prototype of the test. At this stage, our idea is based on information sourced through personal experiences and discussions with friends, family, and acquaintances. Through the development of a minimum viable product, otherwise known as an MVP, the founding team will be able to continue the development of this business idea to determine product, market, and economic feasibility. The founding team plans to use this method to explore the quickest, cheapest, and easiest way to implement our service. The concept of a concierge MVP is of particular interest. This concept is based on the delivery of a service in person, similar to what would eventually be delivered by the actualisation of the business idea while avoiding large initial costs. The founding team developing this business idea are aspiring entrepreneurs working from the entrepreneurial creation perspective as professionals within the nutrition field and skills to provide nutrition education, understanding of motivational behaviours, ability to critically reflect on nutrition information, and to provide scaffolding to individuals in supporting increased nutrition knowledge. Therefore, collectively, the founding team have the skill set to successfully execute the delivery of the MVP.
So how can this information be put forward to the customer? The MVP can be presented in the way of an education session to help present but also gather helpful feedback. So how can this be done? A really simple and easy to use tool that majority of people have access to is Facebook live streams. These are free, live videos that potential customers can watch and provide real-time feedback and can have relevant questions answered, as well as the founding team receiving feedback quick and easily. Getting the word out about the live stream would be free and easy by telling friends and family, publishing it on Instagram stories, and telling members of various Facebook groups that they are more than welcome to join the live stream to see what everyday person, every day is all about. What is the look and feel of the MVP? A free delivery to determine that if the outcomes of the MVP are not perceived well, we haven't utilised potential customer funds. Gathering trends from polls and comments in the live stream, informing viewers of what the current Australian dietary guidelines are so that information can be gathered in possible comments to see how many customers know what they are, as well as those who don't. Providing information about simple, healthy meal recipes and how often they would be updated, weekly plans, education on nutrition so that customers can continually reference important and relevant information. This is where the comments and feedback come in handy, that the viewer can comment to us, for example, I have a gluten intolerance. How can I adjust these recipes to my personal needs? That's where we can answer provided, or a customer may say, I prefer to measure in calories. What are the calories of this recipe? Which from many apps out there, they seem to default to kilojoule settings that need to be changed to show the calories. From here, this validated learning can be used to go back and further develop this idea before making the everyday person every day.
The learning and reflection of the MVP is critical to the success of the business idea. Following the online provision of each nutrition education session, the founding team will critically review the delivery of the session and feedback received from customers. Using this data to inform, rework and refine future sessions, the team will work towards a model that meets the needs and wants of the customers. Metrics the founding team will use to learn from these sessions will include interest in attending the sessions, identification of customer needs through pre and post surveys, individual conversations and feedback provided through Facebook comments. Of particular note, the Facebook group will be able to provide a real-time connection with the customer base and ensure that they are kept in focus throughout each new stage of the business development. It is anticipated that a number of online sessions will be developed and delivered before the founding team are able to actualise the initial business idea of the everyday person, everyday app. Initial research and comparison of competitors' prices suggests that offering an initial free trial period of 7 days, followed by monthly, 6 monthly and yearly subscriptions of $10, $50 and $90 respectively, will keep the app as a viable and cost-efficient option for customers. The founding team is focused on moving this business idea into a successful business that delivers a solution to a problem for the customer segment. Through a review of the model of new venture formation, the founding team are confident that they can achieve this. Being new to the field of nutrition and all having varied prior experience in other industries, the founding team have highlighted strong motivation to test new skills and develop professional practices that are impactful to consumers. To date, the founding team has identified strengths that include adoption of new ideas, problem solving, identification of opportunities, the ability to actively listen to customers and reflect on professional practice. However, the founding team have identified skills that they are lacking and therefore where key partnerships need to be established that will be essential in later stages based on the current assumptions of the business idea. These are qualified chefs and app developers. The founding team will continue to use the business model canvas to monitor and review these as the MVP develops and evolves, which may identify further partnerships that are needed. Thanks for listening to our business idea. We wanted to leave you with a quote that has motivated us and we believe will motivate our customers like Danielle.
A year from now, you'll be glad you started today.